Yeah. So in our previous class, we have discussed about classes, objects, and in that specifically, how can we create an object for our class? Okay. So the syntax we have discussed and how our new keyword works or assigns memory for our class members and how our default constructor works or assigns null values for our class members by default. Okay. Right? So this is the syntax, and here is the example which we have seen. And how can we assign? Yeah.
So in the object syntax, right, you're saying a constructor, new product details helper is a constructor, right?
Yeah.
So for let's say if I have one class, how many constructors we can have? Just one, right?
No, this is the default constructor. Okay. So yes, we will have only a default constructor as one.
Per class,
Yeah,
one
we
constructor.
will discuss more about the constructors in the later classes. Okay. So, but this is like just for your remembrance, it's a default constructor of a class, which every class will have. Okay, so yeah, so how can we assign the values to our class members and how we are going to retrieve the values we have discussed? Okay, and then we have written a small program to store the project details. Right, these are the assignments which I have given, and then after that we have discussed about ORM feature, object relationship and mapping. So in that, how we are going to make use of our already given classes, that is our database classes, the account, contact, opportunity, lead, case, solution, all these classes are already available. So how we are going to, the 4 steps, if you remember, write the class code, create an object for the class, assign values to the class members, retrieve values of the class members. So these are the 4 steps, but with the help of our ORM feature, we are eliminating one step, that is the class is already there for us, okay, as part of our CRM. So we are going to instantiate the class. That means we are going to create an object for our class and then assign values, retrieve values. Yeah, we are going to perform those operations. Okay. So when you say account, it's a class. So you can instantiate an object for an account class and then assign values, create records, assign records. Okay, retrieve records. All right. So we have discussed that. So we have also discussed these 10 standard methods which are available as part of each standard object. Okay. So yeah, as I showed you, when we click on save, it's going to create a new record, last, has next, has previous. So those are the just the arrow symbols which are displayed on our, when you click on accounts, when you have multiple accounts on, when a pagination is applied. So in that case, you will see the next, last, right? The arrows. So though those arrows are going to be worked based on the implementation given in this particular methods. Right? So we have created an account, we have instantiated an account object, assigned values, inserted that particular record, and we are checking whether that account record is created or not. Okay. So this is the statement which we have discussed. So hope you don't have any doubts. So for the record which we created, again, this ID field is going to be created by the Salesforce itself. So we are not supplying. Okay. So once we do the DML operation, it is going to create an ID for this particular record. So that's the record ID. So if the record ID is null, then say that this account has been inserted. Okay. So I have given an assignment, write an Apex program to insert a lead record inside the object. Write an Apex program to insert contact record inside an object. Anybody got a chance to work on these assignments? No. Okay, so let us write at least one program for now. Yeah, the next one would be for you. The next two. Okay, let's go to our developer console. Okay, so the scenario is write an Apex program to insert a lead record inside the object. Okay, so go to our execute anonymous window because we are not writing the class code now. We are just going to make use of our already defined lead class. Okay, so we are going to instantiate an object for that, and then we are going to insert a lead record. So how we are going to do that? What's our first step? So as part of our four steps, one step is skipped because we are making use of the default already available class, that is create class thing. We are not doing it. The second step is create the object for the lead class. Okay. Object for the lead class, right? How a lead. So this is our class name. How do we instantiate class name followed by the object name? So the object name can be anything, whatever. So what I'm doing, I'm just keeping it as LD is equals to new lead. So this is how you just create an object for your class. Okay. So step one. Let's go do step two. That is supply the values for the fields, the required fields at least. You can supply either complete values or you can supply at least right? Minimum required is at least supply the values for the required fields. Okay. So here, how do I know which fields are required? So let's go to our org lead subject, right? So we can also, so we can check the what are the fields available on our lead object by going to the object manager, one place. The other place is schema builder. You can go check on the schema builder what fields are available. And there is one more place that is our favorite developer console also. So here, if you see file, open, go to objects, and I want to see the lead record, see lead object. Okay, right? So these are all the fields which are available on our lead object. Okay. So for easy convenience, I'm just looking only for. So I am on the leads page, right? So let me go ahead and create a new lead record. So it says the last name is needed, company is needed, and what? So all the star marks are lead status. This can be given or yes, it's not that needed, okay, because it's a fixed list value. So last name, company. So some basic details will give, we will provide the values for some basic details and see how we are going to insert our record. Okay. So yes. So now how we are going to insert values to our record. Can you see? LD dot. So that is our record, object name followed by whatever we need to. First name, let's say. Is equals to, so I want to give some Suresh. Okay. And LD dot last name. So in order for you to find out the field names as it is, you can go, I told you three places. One is our developer console. You can go there, go to objects and check the fields of each object. Okay, that's one place. The other place is object manager. The third one is your schema builder. So everywhere you can see what fields are needed. Okay, so I'm just keeping some names: Suresh Kumar, first name, last name, and LD dot company. So this person is working in, let's say, which company? So anything you can see.
Just write anything. Google.
And what else we need? Yeah, contact number. So all those things you can write down. So based on the requirement, but all fields are not needed while inserting, but make sure you at least give the required fields. Okay. So this is how you just write down your assign values to the fields, right? So that's the step 2. So next one is just we need to insert this particular record. Okay, so we can insert the record by using our keyword insert. Okay, that's it, right? So this is how we do the insertion, the DML operation, which is very important. And then next, the fourth step would be print the result. So that means we are checking whether this is per. Okay, so we are not sure whether this particular record is inserted or not. Okay, so then what we are going to do, we are going to check whether this particular lead record has been created or not. So when a lead record is created, that means the record ID has been generated, right? Okay, so how we are going to check? So with the help of our if condition statement. Okay, so what's our object? The ld dot id. Okay, and this should not be null. So if a record is created, then the ID for this particular object record is generated. Okay, so it's not going to be the null. By default, when we do this, it's null. But here we are supplying the values and then we are inserting. So an ID has been generated for this particular record. So it's not null. So what we are going to do, if it's not null, just say system.debug. What do you want to say? Lead record has been created. And also you can access the ID field, right? ld.id if you want to see the ID value. Of course, it's going to be 18-digit alphanumeric. Okay. So this is how the fourth step looks like. So, right. So this is the basic criteria. So our program says write an Apex program to insert a lead record inside the object. So lead record I want to create. So I created an object, instantiated an object, and with that object name, I'm accessing the members and assigning the values for the members. I'm inserting that particular object record, and I'm checking whether it has been created or not, right? So these are the 4 steps which we usually do for creating any type of records which we have. Okay. So yes. So So let's go ahead and execute this particular code. Hope there are no mistakes, right? So whenever you are doing, just check everything, okay? I don't think any mistake is here. Let's see. Right, let's go debug only. Lead record has been created and its ID is this. So let's go ahead and verify. So from the UI, we can verify, right? So I'm on the UI. So let's say, okay. So today's leads, let's see, right? Here is our Suresh Kumar. Suresh Kumar, and then we gave Google company name. That's it, right? So we didn't fill other details. If you go phone, nothing, we filled the details, only name we have given and the company we have given. Okay, right? So created just now. Okay, hope you got it. So here we are also verifying whether a record ID has been generated. Okay, I'll show you this particular record ID, but I don't think this is needed. Select name ID. Yeah, from this is query editor. Okay, from lead, but this will have multiple records. So just remember this 00Q lead record starts with 00Q obviously, and it is ending with YZBEAB. Okay, so let's see whether it is available in our IDs for this particular lead. So Suresh Kumar, and here is your ID, right? Name and ID. So our record has been created and then inserted on our lead object, right? So here what we are doing, we are just making use of already available lead class, and we are just instantiating an object for it, assigning values for our class members, the lead class members, and then inserting that particular record. We are just checking whether that ID insertion got successful or not. So if it is successful, then an ID value will be generated by Salesforce. So that is what we are checking here, right? So this is how your program to insert a lead record looks like. Okay, so it's very simple, right? Right. So how we are going to, so next one, insert a contact record. You are going to tell me everything. Okay, just tell me. Right, anyone can say, please. Hope you understood just now what I told, and tell me how do I create a contact record. Write a program to insert a contact record inside the object. Yeah, go ahead.
Contact and give contact name.
Contact.
And give any
Okay.
name.
So CN, let's take CN. Okay.
Is equals to new contact.
Yeah. Yes, anybody can tell it. Okay. Yeah, just
Parenthesis and semicolon.
yeah. Next one. Next. So first step is done. We instantiated an object for our contact record. Next.
So we take the required fields.
Required fields. Let's go ahead and just see our no context. Let's show up our contacts. I just want you to understand things. That's why I'm just going here. Okay. I mean, what fields are needed. So that also we need to understand, right? So here we are on contacts page. Let's click on new contact. So last name, name. So name and last name, something like that we can give it. Okay. So or else you can go to the object manager for the contact and just see what fields are available. This is other way. So these are the fields available. So we can find out the fields here with their label and the name. Okay. The name will be the API name. Okay. Right. So what we want is we'll go with name. Where is the name? Yeah, here is the name. So name is the name. And then we will go with phone or something, right? So let's go ahead. Since this is contact record, we are focused on contact details. So name and phone number. So now assign
cn
the
dot name.
values, right? Cn dot name is equals to, yep. Okay.
Not my name.
Yeah, next one, Cn dot, tell me your phone number.
Last name 000555444.
Okay.
Name and last name
So
is required field.
oh, okay. So we have assigned the values now. So next is what?
Insert or update. Insert.
DML.
Okay. So
Oh,
we
it's
are not updating any record. We are creating a new record. So it's insert.
insert. Yeah.
Insert what?
CN.
Sorry. Right. This much. Okay.
Yes.
The next is next. So I want to make sure whether it is created or not. So then next step.
If
Okay.
CNID not equal to null.
Okay. Then we are,
System
if
dot
it is
debug.
not null, then we are printing it.
Printing the values.
System.debug. Your contact is created. Okay. We can display the ID value or it's okay. So it's our wish. Okay. Cn dot ID. Right. So yes. So how we are writing? We are just creating an object for our contact class. We are providing some required fields. We are performing the DML operation insert Cn, and this is the main step where the record is getting inserted. Okay. And then this one, we are just checking whether the record is created or not. So that means the ID field got generated by the Salesforce system or not. So if it is generated, it will not be null. So here it was null. After insertion, it is not null and ID is generated. So it's not null. And then we are displaying your contact is created with the ID. So yes.
This piece of code is not linked to any class, right? We are just creating a record. That's it.
Sorry? Repeat.
This piece of code, we are not linking to any class, right? We are just creating a
Not
record
any
on
class.
the.
No,
Yeah.
not any class. We are just writing this code only on our execute anonymous window, a record gets created. That's it. Okay. So this code is not going to go into our metadata repository. So yes, we will deal more on classes. Yeah. How we will be writing our code on our subprograms. We'll talk about it. Yeah. So execute it. Debug only. Your contact is created, right? So let's go ahead and just verify. So contacts. New this week. Yes. Here is our contact got created, right? Okay. So this is how we can create a contact record for and insert a contact record. Okay. So this is one other example. So there is one more which I would ask you to do it. Create a. This is for our custom object. Okay, hiring manager record inside the object. So you just need to go those three places I told you: object manager or schema builder or developer console in that objects, and you will have to verify, check for the field name. So here, since this is a custom object, the field names will always be followed by __c. Okay, so check those field names and check for which fields we marked as required. So if nothing is marked, just give one or two details and then insert that particular record. Okay, so this is how it is. We are going to insert different types of records using our programming. Okay, so yep, there is the next concept, creating related records. So what do you mean by a related record? So related record in the sense, let's say, what is
Is
the
it
relationship
master data?
between, yeah, relationship between your account and contact?
Lookup.
Lookup, correct? So when we are creating an account record, we can go ahead and create a related contact record for that particular account record. So we can do that. Okay. So by using Apex programming, we can create related records inside the object. So while inserting the child record, we have to pass the parent record ID inside the relationship. So usually our relationship field is the ID field. Okay, so ID field of the parent object. Okay, so write the code to insert the parent record. So these are the steps how we are going to do. Yeah, this is very important. Okay, and there comes other concept called relationship queries also. So that is based on this. Okay, so first step is write the code to insert the parent record. The second step is create a related record. So first thing is you will have to create a parent record, and then you can create a related record for that parent record by making use of the parent record ID. Okay, so here in the example, we are creating an account record. Account ACC is equal new account. We are instantiating an object called ACC. ACC.name, we are assigning values, and then we are inserting this particular record. Okay, so a parent record has been inserted. So here we have an ID, ACC.ID got generated for this particular object. Okay, so create a related record. So if ACC.ID not equal to null, so here we have inserted, so it's not null, obviously. And then the account record IDs we are displaying till now. Till here we have did in all the two programs which we have done till now. So the next step is we are creating a child record. Okay, so create con is our object name is equals new contact. First we are passing the values. and then inserting the contact record. So, and checking whether this particular contact record is created or not. So again, every insert. So our every insert operation, insert DML operation will create a record ID. So obviously a record ID gets generated for that particular record. So that's what we are checking. Okay. So let's go ahead and write an Apex program. Okay. So write an Apex program to insert an account record and a related case record in the object. So here account contact. So now we are doing account and case. Okay. So let me show you something which will be useful. Okay. Let's go to the setup. Go to the schema builder. Just remember, I'm on our required app, that is talent acquisition app. From there, I went there. Sorry. So I want to see what is the relationship between my you can drag and drop or just select it, account, and then case, right? Case. Clear everything first. No, only standard objects. I want case and I want account. Okay. Why this prospect is showing here? So where is our account and contact? Right. So here you can see the account and our case and account objects. Okay. So you can see here, right? So what is the relationship between account and case? It's one-to-many relation, and you can also see the legend here. Okay. Where is it? The blue line indicates what? So the blue line indicates what? Can anyone see? Not used with
Parent to child.
No, I mean the relationship. If you click on that line, what is it? Lookup relationship. So from account to case, we have lookup relationship. Okay, so if you see, self relationship is a hierarchical relationship. You can have multiple relationships. So this blue line indicates it's a lookup relationship. That means we have account linked to a case, and from account to case, we have lookup relationship. And if you see, observe here, I have zoomed out, right? Okay. So here, if you see where this particular account object is getting connected on the case object, which field? That's the account ID. Okay. So we have the account ID in our case object also. That's the relationship field which is available in our case object. Okay. So let's go ahead and write. I just want to show this. So here also you can see all the fields in our object and all the required fields marked red in our object. And we can see the relationship and what type of relationship also we can see. And we can see, so where it is connecting, usually it's the relationship field. Okay. So the account ID field is the one which is present in the case object also. And that's the relationship field. Okay. So this you can see in the object manager as well. You can go to case object manager and there you can see something called account, which is a lookup field. And that's the relationship field. Okay. Right. So understood something?
Yeah, Dilip.
Okay. Any doubts you can ask me. So our program is to insert an account record and a related case record. So let's go ahead and do this particular program. Okay. So yes. So how we are going to write this?
Account.
Okay. Account. Let's
ACC.
say I want to go just A, but no, naming new account. So we are creating an account record. Yeah, this is needed. The relationship or the creating related records is needed because this stands as a base for our relationship queries. Okay. So yes, create an account object, right? And we want to assign some values to our account object. Account dot name is equals to okay, and write some other fields. Account dot rating, cold, cold we have, right? Hot, warm, cold. Okay. And account dot industry, finance, let's say. Okay. Yeah, we have written some fields here for our account record. And then what we need to do? We just need to insert our account record. Insert ACC, right? And then we are checking whether it has been inserted successfully or not. If acc.id not equals to null, then we say account record created. Okay. And I'm displaying the ID also, right? Done. So till here, we just created the parent record, right? So now what do we need to do? We want to create a related record for our case, right? So what's the condition we have to check? So the condition which we have to check is the same condition, this one only. So if account record is created, then what we are doing, let's keep the braces because I'm going to write multiple statements here. I'm going to write a related record, create a related record of case here. So this is how you will be writing it. So let's say case,
Equal
ch, yeah, new
new
case,
case
okay, and cs dot,
name
okay, case will have different fields, okay, so case is a
ID.
different object. ID we cannot
Oh, sorry.
create it, right? So we have, okay, if you want to see, let's go ahead and see our case object. So you have created by contact email, contact, status, something called close date. So many fields, so many different fields, okay? Our case object is having different fields.
We
So
have
let's say
case.
status, priority, right? So status, priority, origin, or reason. Let's go ahead and write some basic details on our related record. Let's say status is equals to, status can be new or in
Open.
progress. So case are nothing but it's kind of, if you have worked on any other ticketing systems, it's like a ticket, okay? If you say service now incident or something like that, it's a kind of ticket. So cases in Salesforce Service Cloud, we usually deal with cases and solutions. So yes, it's a kind of operations, I would say, production support or operations or service cloud. It's completely comes under that. Okay. So case, status, priority. So a case can have a priority. Priority is equals to, I'm giving it high. And next is something like the reason can be there, description can be there. So I'm not writing all those things. So this is fine. And insert our case object. And we are also checking if our case object has been, case record has been inserted on. Okay. So that means a new case will be created. Dot ID not equals to null and system debug record has been created with ID. Okay. Plus cs dot ID. And yeah, so this is how we write related records. So we create the parent record first, and then we create a related record for our child object. Okay. So we created account object
Dilip,
and then we add, yes.
can you check in the schema builder? I think case number is required field, I guess.
No, case number gets generated.
Mhm.
Okay. It gets generated.
Okay.
So let's see if it gives some error. Okay. So usually if there is something missing, yesterday in yesterday's program, we have seen, right? Some billing city was missing, which it was asking for because that's marked as a required field. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Case number, it's not required. It will get generated actually. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, case number is not required. It's automatically generated. Case ID also it's generated once we insert. Okay. Right. So we have created an object for our account and then we have passed some values and we have inserted that particular record. This is our parent record. And once this account record has been inserted, we are creating a related case record for it. So we are displaying whether account record is created, and then we are writing a code for our case record. So yes, this is how we can write related records code. Okay. So hope everything is clear here. Let's go ahead and execute if what's it? Line 7, column 1, DML exception. Billing city. Okay, something it gave billing city. Okay. So let's go to our case ones. Cases. Click on new.
On the account, I think on the account, the billing city is like required field,
Required
not on the
field, right?
case.
Right. Yeah.
Not on the case.
Correct. So let's go ahead and write. Yeah, we yesterday also we faced the same, right? Billing city.
Yes.
On the account we missed. Let's see. I hope this should be okay. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so this is how it is. So our account record got created and related case record got created. Let's go ahead and verify it. Okay. So what did we give on our account? Account Srikant. Okay, name is Srikant. Rating warm. Finance industry Chennai. Let's see. So whether an account record has been created or not. So let's go to our accounts. Yeah, here is our record which we created, or you can go ahead and see new this week, right? So this is our record got created. And here, if you see related records, why is the case? Let's go to our cases. Open today. Yeah, this is the case. Let's open this case. Right, so this is our case record which got created. So I'm not sure why this related in the related records, it's not showing this particular case record. Okay. So it's again some configuration issue, but this case record is definitely related to our account record. Okay. So these are the details which we have given: priority high, status new, and then case number it got generated. Okay. And nothing else. We have not given anything else. So if you see here, account name,
Can you change the case owner name and check it whether that might be Suresh?
No, only the users available in the system will be shown, right?
Okay.
What it says, before you transfer this record, the new owner needs to need
Permission
read
on this.
permission. Okay, the permission is missing. Where is this? Team leader has all the permissions, let's say. Yes. Created, updated. Okay. So yes, I will look into this, why it's not showing, and I will explain you in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Like in the related record, why it is not showing this particular case number. So that I'm confused. Okay. So I will explain you that part tomorrow. Right. So this is how you create related records. So similarly, there is one assignment for you. You can create it. It's easy, not that tough. So next one is creating the bulk records. So we can insert. So this is for single record creation. So we can do the bulk records insertion with the help of our iterative statements. Okay. So we can insert bulk records in the object by using iterative statements. That is, write the insert code and execute the code repeatedly till the number of times. So this scenario also sometimes comes into picture. Yeah, we will have to insert bulk records like we were doing insert using our data loader. Okay. So data loader account number 1, 2, something like that we have inserted, right? So similarly, we can also do, but again, data cleaning will have to take place. So if we do the bulk insertion this way, because each record values will be mostly different, right? So yeah, we can keep this kind of code. However, this is not a very reliable code, I would say, because we are not supposed to write our DML statements inside the for loop, which will definitely touch our governor limits based on the counter value. Since here it's only 10, it's okay. But usually not, we usually do not prefer to write the DML operations inside the for loop. Okay. So that's the best practice of writing code and making thinking about the governor limits in place. Okay. So write an Apex program to insert hiring manager records. Yes, we can do it. 100 hiring manager records. And these are some other assignments which are like related records, related to related records. So we have already discussed the relationship between our standard objects, like the standard relationship between account and contact, account and case. So those are the lookup relationships, right? Account and opportunity. So that is what I'm saying. I will share you this particular notes. So, right. So this is all for the how we are creating our records. And yes, in tomorrow's class, we will talk about more about. So till now we were writing the code on our execute anonymous window. So let's go ahead and write our code on our class itself by making use of the concept called subprograms. So in subprograms, we have two different topics, that is procedures and functions. And within procedures, we have parameterized and non-parameterized. Yes, we will be talking in detail in tomorrow's class about this. Okay. Right. So that is all for today's class. And let's meet tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good day.